Appreciate it.
Good coach.
Joining us right now, head coach Steve Kerr. I didn't realize this. You're 1 year younger than me, exactly, pretty much. And you've been in basketball your entire life.
Pretty much, yeah.
How much longer you want to do this?
What else would I do?
Retire.
And
Run for office?
Like golf?
Some streets
Whatever
say
you
run
want.
for office.
Whatever you want.
Does that sound that great to just wake up and not have anything to do? I mean, it sounds great for like a month, and then what? Like,
You'd find something.
You a big golfer?
You know, I like golf,
Okay,
but
you ain't
I
him,
like,
though, yeah.
I could, maybe once a week would be great, but I don't know what I would do the other 6 days.
What are your hot?
I love what I do. I love coaching. I love
That's awesome.
being part of the team. So, and I get to coach this team. So it's not like I'm, coaching a team that isn't any good. I'm coaching a bunch of champions. So
It's like the travel isn't.
that part's tough,
Is it?
for sure. Yeah, the travel gets to you occasionally, but that's maybe the one downside. I mean, I really love the day-to-day. I love all the relationships. I love working with Bob. This is an incredible organization. I know how lucky I am, so I'm just enjoying every step of the way here because it doesn't last forever.
There's no secret. The last 2 weeks have been, a little drama going on, but I got to give you credit. And I told Steiny and the listeners this. Even before the video came out, Coach, you guys handled it away, and you said we're a family, and you continue to handle it that way. What goes into that? Where did you get that from? Like, we know it's not going to be popular. Some may like it, some not. But the fact that you stuck your chest out, this is the Warriors, this is who we are. Where do you get that at? Because when it was all said and done, I'm like, I respect them more for the way that they did it because you had your players back, and this is what we're doing.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I mean, all you can do is handle it the best way for each circumstance, and every circumstance is different. So I think in this case, given that Draymond has been here a decade, so has Bob. I've been here. This is my 9th year. We just know each other so well, and Steph obviously has been here longer than any of us. So we had a million conversations behind the scenes. We didn't want to just automatically come out and say, well, this is what we're going to do. It took us some time. Everybody was shocked about what happened, and it took us some time, and this was what we decided to do, and it feels right. And we understand there's going to be criticism, and that's fine. This is the job. Like, people are really interested in our team for a reason. Yeah. So if we can't handle, the judgment and the criticism that comes with everything, then we shouldn't be in this position.
Wow. Steve Kerr joining us on 95.7 The Game. Yeah, one of the things that have to be similar is maybe the environment between those Bulls teams that you were on championship and the teams here. So my question is, when you have a team that's this entrenched and kind of been together, what is the biggest challenge? I mean, I'm just thinking about Steph Curry right now saying, all right, I just finished the preseason. We got 6 months till the finals of the playoffs. Like, how do you stay interested the first 2 or 3 months of the year? Your veteran players and you've been through it a million times.
It's funny that you asked that today, Matt, because we were starting our drill work this morning, which is just basic footwork, ball handling. Kenny Atkinson walks over to me, and we're looking out at Steph, and Steph is laughing, and he's going through all the drill work, and Kenny goes, it looks like he's a sophomore at Davidson. Like, that's how much joy he brings to practice, and he's 34. He's been in the league for a dozen years. He's got 3 kids. He's got all kinds of stuff going, but at his core, Steph he's all about the game and his love for the game and his teammates and competition. He brings that joy every day, and it just permeates through the whole organization.
I asked him this question, and you played with Hall of Famers, some of the greats to ever play the game. When you first laid eyes on Jordan Poole, and sized him up and maybe see what he needs to work on. Are you surprised, Coach, at where he's at now? And I was watching him Saturday after he got his bag, which he earned his contract. But I'm like, did you look at him raw? Okay, he needs to get this. Has he shocked you with what he's gotten and added to his tool belt? Because I'm shocked.
I didn't see any of this.
All right.
We drafted him. He was 28th pick out of Michigan. So he shows up, and he's in camp, and he can't make a shot, and the game's happening too quickly for him. And he still kind of looked like a teenager, he wasn't, fully filled in. And the first 4 months, that was the season everybody was injured, Clay and Steph, and, our team was decimated. So we're throwing him out there. And you remember, Terrell, he couldn't make a shot. So at that time, if you had told me, hey, 3 years from now he's going to sign $120 million,
yes.
No, he's not.
That, I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, so what I love is that Jordan worked. He worked to get this far. Like, none of us really saw this. If anybody in the league had seen this, they would have picked him 7th, not 28th.
Yeah.
So he has worked and earned every bit of this. He's become an integral part of our team. And you root for guys like him who come to work every day and put in that effort and the grind.
But see, this is where Raymond Ritter will kind of kill you.
R-double.
Kill an organization. He says everybody works hard, top to bottom. So when he started telling us about Poole and that C card, the security card, look at that, 18 hours.
He's like
we needed to see
the boy who cried wolf. Raymond's the guy, everybody works 24/7, and so you didn't even believe him when he told you about it.
Absolutely not.
I don't blame you.
I thought he'd be out of the league then in 3 months if Raymond was saying the opposite.
Well, Raymond might be if he keeps that up. So
well, he's got to be headed toward retirement.
Something.
You guys both. What a history in the league you guys have had. Him with the Lakers, you with the Spurs and Bulls.
I'm pretty sure Raymond's in the same boat as I am. What would Raymond do every day if he couldn't come to work? Maybe he and I would just call. I would just call Raymond and I go, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. Let's be bored together. We go have lunch.
I see today earlier you said team's a little behind conditioning wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's that mean?
It just means our top 5 or 6 guys aren't ready to play 30-plus minutes yet. So some of that is just, Clay got a late start with the his leg. We go to Japan, which eliminated a couple of practices because of the travel time. I remember we had the exact same situation when we went to China in, was it 18 or I think we went in 2018. We came back and we were not quite ready for opening night. So you got to be really careful. I think one of my biggest jobs as the coach is to pace the team. And so on the one hand, you could say, well, maybe we should have grinded them harder in camp to get them all ready for the 30-plus minutes on opening night. On the other hand, that can backfire because it's such a long year. So I'm fine with where we are. We're going to rely on our depth. We've got a lot of it. And within a couple of weeks, of the schedule, you'll have Steph, Clay, Draymond, Jordan, Wiggs, all, ready to go for 30-plus minutes, and we'll be exactly where we need to be.
I just told Steiny it's like an embarrassment of riches, Coach. You got Jordan Poole getting that contract, and he's coming off the bench. Here comes Wiseman. And I was telling Steiny, oh, man, I hate he got hurt, but he got thicker than a snicker, and now he's throwing that weight around. And, he was a lottery pick. How excited are you about James and his future? Because, Coach, I'm no coach, but I'm watching him. I'm like, the light has gone on.
Yeah, it has. And I think it has a lot to do with his first summer league and first training camp was just these last 6 months. I mean, it's incredible. Last 4 months, I guess. So when you think about that, this being his third year, but he's never had either a summer league or a camp. You can see now he's building a foundation with his game. He's understanding spacing. He's running the floor and getting to the dunker spot instead of posting up and going into his, package of moves. We're really sticking more with pick and roll with him. He's playing with a couple of really good pick and roll players with Jordan and Dante, and obviously Steph when he's out there.
Man.
So James has been fantastic. He's a sponge. He is such a great kid. He works his butt off. He wants to get better. He listens. I love James, and he's going to be really good. If he can, knock on wood, just stay healthy and keep doing what he's doing, it's going to be fun to watch him blossom.
Steve Kerr joining us on 95.7 The Game. Is it fair to say when I think about the upcoming season, I'm thinking, okay, so they want to repeat, but they've got 4 young players, let's just say 4. So are you trying to navigate, giving the young guys as much experience during the regular season as they can, maintaining a level of play and a record that you think you need to be at, and then maybe as the playoffs come, transition back to the veterans who are healthy because they've been well rested?
Yeah, I mean, the answer is somewhere in there, but what seems to happen a lot, Matt, is that something out of the blue comes along and you can't plan for that, whether it's an injury or a trade or who knows what. But the way we go into the season is we are developing our young players, whether they get into a game or not. The work they're putting in on the practice floor every day is so helpful for their development. We see the progress. J.K. was fantastic the other night against Denver in that second quarter. He had, great passes, great quick decisions, put-back dunks. You can see his growth. Same with James. So they're getting better regardless, but there's for sure going to be times during the season where they're going to have to play a lot because guys will miss games. And then there might be other nights where they play 10, 12 minutes. And if people are questioning whether they're going to develop, it's okay. That's all part of it. We just have to stick together and keep doing what we're doing.
I got to ask this real quick. He's a D3 superstar. I play 24-hour fitness. We have no rings. You as a player and a coach, you added another one. Where do you keep them and when do you wear them? Because I would be the dude wearing them at happy hour. I'm that time. Look at my bling. Where do you think about how much you have and what you earn?
I just... more than anything, I just sort of shake my head and think, how the hell did this happen? No, honestly, I mean, I didn't even think I was going to make the NBA when I came out of college. I thought if I could just make it for a year, just so I could say I played in the NBA, how cool would that be? And then, after a year, I was like, oh, maybe I can make it for another couple. And then I started to actually get a little traction and like, all right. And then all of a sudden, when I got to the Bulls, it changed my entire career because you play with Michael Jordan, your life changes. And so 3 rings there, and then San Antonio and a couple more rings there, and then my first coaching job is with these guys. I mean, it's sort of dreamlike, and so I sort of pinch myself all the time.
I mean, I don't know you well enough to joke around like these guys. So this isn't from me. Something about who's going for Game 1 for the Dodgers tomorrow.
Ooh, wow!
I don't know him well enough.
Whoa. That was I was late to the party. Wow!
Somebody throwing a shot.
Yeah, look at Steiny.
You can go now if you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, but I enjoy tomorrow night. Oh, ring night. Sometimes. Oh, that's what everybody's saying. Oh, ring night, ring night, ring night. What's your record in ring nights? You have any idea? See,
Raymond?
It's not that big a deal, ring night. He doesn't even know what his record is.
That's a great question.
Raymond in his prime would have had the answer right now.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Man,
but now he's got to go to Elias and all that stuff. I mean, but
that's a great one. We'll find out, Coach. Yeah.
Steve, have a great year. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
All the best to you. Try to repeat, and look forward to catching up with you during the season.
Appreciate you guys and all our fans out there. We're lucky to be here and playing in the Bay, where everybody loves the sport, loves our team, and man, we love you guys right back. So thanks, everybody.